Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Crosswords. We're going to tackle the Friday today. Let's get started. Abbreviation in some job titles. I mean, president, but that, like, you could abbreviate that pres, but it would be unusual. Okay. Sustain. I mean, if you sustain a certain level of effort, for example, you keep up that level of effort, but you don't really keep that level of effort. You sustain something if you somehow give life to it, or give it fuel. A fuel is an interesting possibility, I guess. Not good enough, I think, even to pencil in, but... Soba alternative. Isn't that a kind of tea? Well, there's boba tea. I don't know if soba is a tea or something totally different. Victim of a bark beetle attack. Some sort of tree, I assume, right? Like an elm? Or isn't there's ash trees, right? That's a kind of, there's ash woods, there must be an ash tree. Open field. Not sure. I'm gonna pencil in elm here, and I guess I will pencil in fuel just because I don't really have anything else to go on yet. Singles player in the 1950s. Well, I assume that's tennis, but I don't know the tennis player of the 1950s off the top of my head, sadly. One might be drawn. A card could be drawn, I suspect. Something talk. Well, I mean, there's baby talk, but there's a lot of kinds of talk. Indulge. What does indulge, like, I know what it means, but what are other ways to say it? Not sure. Spread unit? Spread unit. A spread, like peanut butter, is a spread, so is butter. Also, you could have a spread, like, meaning an array of many things set up for a meal or something is a spread, and a unit could be a dish in that case. I don't know. Put to shame. Not sure. Satirist Sasha. Is that it's a C or an... I think it's a C, not an S in Sasha Baron Cohen, but I'm not totally sure. One might be drawn. Well, at 5 letters, I would say shade. You could draw a shade, but it could be some other things. And card seems pretty good. Aries. Well, that's like the astrological sign and basically nothing else, right? And Aries is the ram, right? Ingredient in some Italian sauces. Don't really know. Fine tune. There is a dash in there, so it can't be describing like a tune that is fine. It has to be the art of, you know, the act rather of improving something or perfecting it or narrowing it down. I'm kind of partial to the idea that it could be whittle. It doesn't seem quite like fine-tune, but in some sense you're fine-tuning like a block of wood into the shape you want it to be. I'll pencil it. I'll probably end up erasing it, but as I said before, on Fridays and Saturdays, you have to be sort of liberal with the pencils. Some of them will be right, and that'll help you find crosses, and then you can like narrow it down. Breakout console, I like that. It's both the console on which Breakout was played, and also like it was a breakout success. Where Prince Kuhio Day is celebrated. Prince Kuhio, I don't know where that would be. Element that burned with a green flame. So this could mean like a stove element, right? But I assume they mean like a periodic table element. Copper burns with a green flame. But I don't know anything else that does. Obviously, it's hard to burn copper, but if you do, it's green, I think, right? Pillage and plunder. They're things pirates do. They're also both words starting with the letter P. Imagine if this were P words. Ugh. I don't think so, though. Hearst Mag, founded in 1886. Oh, I feel like I should know this. It's come up before, I think. Heartache. Heartache. Don't know. It doesn't follow. Well, a lot of things. A non sequitur, I guess, is a good one. Author or TV personality who wrote Your Body is Not a Temple, It's an Amusement Park. Don't know. Swear words? I don't think I can figure out these 14 letters with no help. Or 11 letters, rather. Tech? Really? What 3 letters can come after tech? A shot in the dark is a stab. Studies in the Sierra, author, don't know. Yes? Question mark? I don't know. Tech bit, tech bob, tech. I don't know. Pasta variety. I don't know. We'll pencil in penne. Why not? Marvel superhero with the power to shrink. It's the Wasp. Almost never. Well, rare. But that's not... Rarely would be almost never. Oh, is heartache like Juan or when or something? Where Ian Fleming spent much of the 1920s. That's the person who invented the character James Bond, who wrote the books, right? Where would he have spent much of the 1920s? Don't know. The world to ambitious types. Well, it's an oyster, perhaps. Los Gatos, Los Altos. Those are both places in the San Francisco Bay Area. Probably ends with OS anyway, right? Could be AS, but... Moving right along. Some restaurant staffers. I mean, it might not be oyster. Because, like, the oyster kind of suggests you've already succeeded somehow, I think. Whereas ambitious is like, you hope to win it. I'm not sure. Some restaurant staffers. Do any of these downs help me figure out whether it's Los Gatos or Los Altos? Kept. Nothing obvious. Coach for the bench players. So that must be like piano players, right? So who coaches a piano player? I mean, a music teacher, but that actually, if we erase the T and the N, music teacher would fit. But I like the non sequitur way too much to put an I there. Okay, well, let's move on. Toughens. So the first thing that occurred to me was firms up, but that doesn't quite fit. Oh, we can probably put a U here, right? Division outcomes are quotients. Toughens, don't know. BP brand. I thought the brand was BP. Maybe this is something they bought. They haven't like bought Exxon or something, have they? I think those are two distinct companies. Beatles hit about a man who thought he was a loner. Don't know. This is just wonderful. Could be a sarcastic thing about something that's going badly. Don't know. Present time for short. Xmas is a time for presents. Hustlers game. There's a lot of hustlers who play pool. Poker, maybe? What carnival precedes? Carnival with a capital C. So Carnival is a cruise line. But I don't know exactly what it would precede if that's what they're talking about. How about the down? Resembling, it could be like, but that's too long. A needle or a nettle? They're sharp things. Don't know. I guess we can look at this one. Just because it's 4 letters doesn't mean I can't know what it means. Blank therapy. There's aromatherapy, psychotherapy, acupuncture, massage therapy. I can't think of any good 4-letter ones yet. Its anthem is... Oh my goodness. Well, that looks Welsh or Scottish, right? I don't know. It might even be like Irish. Pitchers push off point. I'm a little worried about this X here. Present time might actually be B-Day, not Xmas. So they're both kind of short for times when you would give presents. Invention of Guglielmo Marconi. Definitely don't know. Modern party planning aid. What do you use to plan a party that's modern? Either way, we know this is an A. That's the one letter we're sure of in Xmas and B-Day. They share it. Modern party planning aid. Very weird. Long-haired terriers. Ugh, I don't know. Record component. Vinyl? Kind of. Records are made of vinyl. But a little devil is an imp. Starts with a P, huh? That's a little tough. Let's go. You okay something if you let it go on. Huh. They're found in most clothes closets. Most clothes closets. Because like ties fits here, right? I don't know whether you could say those are found in most or not, right? Like you would find them in women's clothes closets, so you would think on like only half, but which is probably not enough to count as most. But some clothes closets are shared, so maybe more than half of them do have ties, the shared ones and the men's ones, right? On the other hand, there's kids who like might not be old enough to have ties. It's a mystery, so it's probably not that. But it's just like kind of interesting how I can't tell whether it's possible or not. Pitcher's push-off point, like, is kind of weird. Are they talking about a baseball pitcher or like a pitcher of water? Neither of them really fits with the letters we have here. Like the pitcher's push-off point is like the mound, right? There's like a I don't even know what it's called. Something that thing that's kind of like a base, but kind of rectangular. That's in the pitcher's mound for them to like. I don't know. I know if you like put your foot on that and then don't ever actually and then like change your mind about pitching, that's like illegal. But I don't know. Let's look at them. Let's look at some downs. We already sort of looked at these and don't have any great ideas. Aries. Pokers, e.g. So matadors are kind of pokers. They poke bulls when they're fighting them. Various kinds of weapons are pokers. You know what? I bet an open field is a Lee, and then I'm pretty okay with this being. Yeah, I mean, I know that's one like a pasture is a Lee, and probably open field applies too, right? Light-induced flow of electric charge. Photo something. Like many sci-fi aliens. Invaders? Invaders actually fits, except that it ruins non sequitur, which is like a very good. Like non sequitur fits with stab and gave me quotients. I just can't bring myself to put invaders here. Poet Khayyam, no idea. Me, never, not I suppose. Top Medalla? Medalla? I don't know what the heck that means. Indulge. Don't know. Gravel alternative. Is there some context where you could use tar or gravel? Like maybe as a roofing material kind of thing? Or I don't know, that doesn't sound right. Oh, but you know what? This looks like, well, that's not how you spell tomato, is it? Yeah, it is. Tomato something in Italian sauces, right? And then we could have tar. Tomato what? Seed? Did they put tomato seeds in stuff and grind it up for some particular kind of taste? I don't know. Oh, argon must burn. Nope, the R is over here. Coach for the bench players. Some restaurant staffers. Of course, anything with YS is pretty questionable. Did I put oyster in here before I had quotient or after? Because I'm very sure that quotient is right. And I'm trying to figure out if I... Like, if I found oyster... I don't know, it doesn't really matter. In either case, they're a crossing that looks good. I was trying to think of a word. Auspicious, I guess, is the word I was looking for. Anyway, some restaurant staffers don't really know. Classical theaters. Arenas. Moving right along. I keep wanting... The only thing I can think is I see that OO and I'm like, so... But I don't think that's right. And so... Studies in the Sierra, we still don't know. Yes, still don't get that one. Almost never, don't know. Ian Fleming, don't know anything about that. Kept, no. Corn spot in your toe, you can have a corn. That's some sort of toe affliction. Invention of, yeah, I don't know. We looked at all these already. De something y de sombra. Isabel Allende novel, don't know. What is sombra? I don't know. It sounds very close to sombrero. I wonder if it's like some kind of hat? British car. That could mean so many things. No, we've been through everything. We barely got any downs. Okay, well, abbreviated, you could have assistant. Although SD, maybe it's not card? Yeah, I was a little suspicious because I thought this might be the RAM. But I thought card was very good. But once now that I think assistant and the RAM together are better than card. One might be drawn. You can, well, the other thing you can draw is a sword. Although now this is pretty horrible. Is it not the RAM? One might be drawn. Fine tune. I don't know, I like sword. I also like card, of course. To put something to shame might be to abash? Maybe? SHR is pretty tough. Not impossible, you know, words like shred start that way. You know, it could be sharpen. It's fine too. Sharten. One might be drawn. Ah, you can draw a bath. Now we can have the ram again. One might be drawn. Spread unit. An acre. A spread is a... You would spread a very, very small fraction of an acre of butter on your toast. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, you can. Yeah, you draw straws. This must be Hawaii. Okay, we figured out a corner finally. Element that burns with a green flame. Why can't I think of an element that looks like this? Idle talk is a thing you can say. I like elm. Oh, udon. Sure, those are both kinds of Japanese soup things. Pokers. Well, it's not tomato. Because these are fire irons. Their example. Poker is one example of a fire iron. Roman something, I guess? You know, it probably ends with an N, right? A lot of elements end with N. Pillage and plunder. Well, murder fits with those. It's like a similar kind of thing, but that doesn't make it the answer. It doesn't seem like that's right. Oh well, we can say piano now. Piano teacher. I thought music teacher. I was going a little bit too general, huh? Maybe it's maraud. Yeah, if you're doing those things, you are marauding. Restaurant staffers are bus boys. Boron is an element. Classical theaters are odiums. Although I hate this UU. Hearst mag, I still don't know. Heartache, it's like... I'm not sure. I still think it's when or wan. I don't really know exactly what either of those mean. But like, okay, what's a place that's 4 letters that ends with N? Like Iran, maybe? Your body is not a theater, it's an amusement park. TV personality and author. I just don't know. Swear words. Well, probably... It might end with S. It's not a very strong hint, actually. It's long enough it could be a 2-word phrase with an S at the end of the first word. Photo... Tech... I guess I'll ink in penne now that we have the E as well. Must be Los Gatos. BP brand, something co. They don't own Geico, do they? Kept. Well, this looks like a vowel. You hung on to something if you kept it. This is just wonderful. I'm in, get over here. I'm in heaven. So not sarcastic, it turns out. Hustler's Game. Monty, as in like the 3-card Monty, the find the queen game where they somehow arrange for you to never find it. I don't know the trick there, but apparently it's a thing. Resembling a la, I guess, as in the style of. Needle or nettle? I still don't get it. What carnival precedes? Still don't know. Let's go. You axe someone if you're letting them go. Needle or nettle? This has to be a vowel, right? But neither of them is... No, like... Vax? Vex? Oh, vex. Yeah, if you're needling someone, you may vex them. Does carnival precede Lent? Yeah, because we have gene therapy. De something y de sombra. Amor is something you would probably write a book about. A British car is probably a Mini, right? And then we have prior? Ah, a record as in your arrest record. You have prior arrests. Okay. So we recently did mostly downs, right? Did I miss any? Not look at any of them? Beatles hit about a man who thought he was a loner. Beatles hit, huh? All right, let's see if any downs make more sense yet. Like we still don't know this one. And now, good, it can't be invaders because of that A-N-I. So words that end with I blank often end with IC. It's like an adjective, you know, a Titanic or whatever, right? But I still don't really have any good reason to actually write in a C. I guess I could pencil it, maybe it'll help with the across. Top medalla, I still have no idea what the, oh! I bet that's like the word for an award or a medal or something in, it doesn't look like Spanish. I mean, medalla, like sure, that could be. But they're asking us to, like, gold is the top medal, and they're asking us to write it in some other language, and oro is one way I know it's spelled in a language. You indulge something if you honor it, maybe? Doesn't seem quite right, but like if you indulge a request, you honor the request. Pinot is a name that people have. So, what is this? Gravel alternative. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, tar, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. The only one that makes any sense to me is tar. But Romato? Roma something. Maybe there's a word gap in between this. Roma tomato. Okay. That seems fine. This could be Einar or something, but... Many sci-fi aliens are romantic? Really? Not so sure about that. I'm just gonna have to put an I in there and hope for the best, I think. Odia. Because, like, an odium was a kind of theater. And you could pluralize that to odiums, but it would be super weird. Odia would be a more normal pluralization, but that doesn't fit. And I really don't like the UU. Like, there could be a word gap there. It's possible, but it's just like there's a lot arguing against it. I guess I'll pencil it in and maybe it'll help with the other across. This one. Shouts. If you swear words, you might shout them. It's probably only worth a pencil, but... Shouts. I don't know what comes after that. Is this really gonna be... I don't know who the heck this person is. Almost never. Blank, blank, O-N. At least we have good reason now to believe that oyster is right, because we got busboys also crossing it. I was worried it might be wrong, and this, and because it has a couple bad looking crosses, right? Moving right along, and this. Pitcher's push-off point. What other kind of pitcher could there be besides a baseball pitcher or a pitcher of water? I guess someone who applies pitch like to a roof, but they don't really have pushing off points as far as I know. I don't know the invention of this person. It looks like I'm like missing some knowledge to get into this area. So I would need help from this word. Which I feel like I should know. I'm not like a genius about physics, but I know enough to do well in crosswords, I would think. Photo... I don't know. Oh, also we do have a T here now, which we didn't have before. But I still don't know what this magazine is. Photo... Light-induced flow of electric charge. So... what in general do you call a flow of electric charge? It's a current, right? Yeah, well, there you go. Current, I guess. Really don't like what it's doing to this letter. But it's a mag. Maybe that means it's short for something. And CT something, maybe? I mean, I know some Beatles songs, but I'm not like, I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of them by any means. I definitely remember when I was a teenager, like, I couldn't understand why everybody thought the Beatles were the greatest thing ever. These days, I'm like, yeah, they have some good songs for sure. Toughens. Well, okay, you know what we can do is pencil in the other thing that we thought might go here, and like maybe we'll get some better inspiration for the downs, although I don't think so. Pitcher's push-off point. You know, it's probably a something bar. That thing is shaped kind of like a bar. There must be a name for it that's a bar. Long-haired terriers. Well, you know what? It probably ends with an S, right? They're found in most clothes closets. What about like just a bar, right? Like a thing that runs through the closet so you can put hangers on. Most clothes closets have bars. Invention of yeah, still don't know. Modern party planning aid. Just a total mystery. Long-haired terriers. And also, like, Bab is obviously pretty bad. Could it really not be talking about a time you give presents, but some other interpretation of the phrase present time? The most obvious interpretation of present time is like the now, right? That's the time, the present. But I think they're talking about the time you would get presents or give presents. But I guess neither of those really panned out, so maybe it's time to think about other possibilities. Present time. There's like eras and so on. You can have the present era, but toughens. I feel like toughens is the one I should make some progress with. Inures is related to toughening, but I don't think it's actually correct here. Well, I mean, what do I have to lose by writing it in, right? Could it be radio? Could be, I guess. It's a 5-letter word. Oh, what if the modern party planning aid is Evite? Like the website? We'll pencil in radio here as well. Get... I don't know. I guess we still think this ends with an S, right? Maybe it is ties. I don't know. Most clothes closets seems a little bit wrong, but then we can't have radio, which is like maybe fine. Radar? Oops. Ah. Its anthem. Now, I mean, with a D here, I don't know, bras also could be found. You wouldn't really find them in closets so often as in, like, dressers or something, right? I'm just like, long-haired terriers. I'm just like looking at, we found this D independently for radar, right? Maybe it actually is B-Day. Doesn't look very good with this, does it? I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get this one. Let's ask for a check, I guess. Okay, maybe it was radio. This is a weird one. Is this spouts? Also, it's not honor. Indulge. Indulge. You humor someone if you indulge them. This looks like an Omar. Human. Oid. Ah, it's not talking about a tennis player. I thought when I saw singles after I'd been thinking of records when I saw this one, and then when I saw singles, I was like, this could be about like music, but I didn't really say that because it seemed like not very realistic. But a phonograph would play singles in the 1950s. Spouts something, I guess. Almost never. I still don't get that though. Oh, it's not. Scout's honor is something you would say if you were swearing something. N, huh? Well, I guess I'll put an A in. Odians? Weird way to pluralize that. This is anywho. No, Odions. Okay, so it wasn't Odia. Alright, so this is Anthony Bourdain. He was talking about how much you should enjoy food. I get it. Almost never is once, I guess, if you only did something once. Eton, I see. He must have attended Eton, and woe is heartache, sure. Studies in the Sierra, I still don't know. Cosmo is a magazine. Muir? Yeah, he was a naturalist, or a naturalist might mean nudist. I don't know. He was someone who enjoyed nature. Yes or no? Tech bro? I've never heard that phrase. But I guess it's about, like, I don't know, masculinity in the tech culture. Beatles hit about a man who thought he was a loner. Could this be like a run bar or bag? Anyway, this looks like radio, right? Not a lot of things start with RAD and aren't radar that you could invent. Modern party planning aid. Oh, maybe just email. Evite was too specific. 2 eyes is pretty spooky, but could be the Latin name for something, I guess. They're found in most clothes closets. Don't know. Alright, how are we doing now? Wrong about email, right about everything else. They are found in most clothes closets. Blank O, blank S? Well, let's suppose this was some kind of bar. A, B, C, D. Ah, rods. Okay, they're not called bars, the thing you hang hangers off of. You call them rods. Okay. Modern party planning aid. E blank A blank D? An E card? Those aren't really party planning. Well, maybe. I don't know. Get. Oh, jeez. Alright, did I at least get that much right? Are these okay? Except the A. Really? It's not a bar. Oh. The pitcher's push-off point is made of rubber. Sure. Get back? Air meaning Ireland? Okay. Skies? I don't know this dog. An e-card, I'm very skeptical. It is not a planning aid. You just send those around to ask people to sign something, right? Like if I just like open up a new browser window and I search for e-card, like what is an e-card? They're just online greeting cards. You don't use them to plan anything. I don't like that clue very much. Get with the picture, Will Shorts. All right. Well, overall, it was a cool puzzle. I had some trouble for sure, but that's what you expect on a Friday. Let's just go knock out the mini. Rain cover while camping is a tent. Biblical patriarch who wrestled with an angel, don't know. Really hate, abhor. Virtual meeting space with a rhyming name. Don't know. Monkey business. A zoo has monkeys. Board game with forbidden words is taboo. Sneeze sound is a chew. Zoom something. A Zoom room. A tarp. Cheap beer is PBR. Jacob, Zoom, and jazz. Okay. All right, fair enough. That'll do for the Friday crossword. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.